So I've got to be honest, this is a little bit baffling, even for Microsoft. You kind of look at this and you just shake your head, and I'm just honestly wondering what in the world is going on with with Microsoft. What's going on with Xbox? I just honestly I don't understand it. This is like such a weird situation to kind of grasp and to kind of understand. It's like, okay, I get it. Xbox consoles aren't the thing that Microsoft cares about the most, but at least don't treat us like crap. And it's like, I don't think that they get that. It's just, to me anyway, it just feels like they're all for kind of just like treating us like third class citizens and things like that. So, it's kind of crazy to see how this kind of goes, but I did want to get into it. Should be an interesting video, and I'm very curious to hear how everybody else feels about this. What's up? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. I do daily gaming content, so if you guys are looking for something along those lines, look no further. Have fun with it, and it's informative. So yeah, hey, there you go. You guys can kind of have that to kind of look into, and that's always something that I'm trying to do my best with. So yeah, keep at it and keep plugging away even during the downtimes. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about here is, so as we know, Microsoft bought ZeniMax, which included id Software, which they do Doom, and I don't know if many of us really expected Doom to be exclusive or anything like that, but at the same rate, I thought Microsoft made it clear Bethesda games first or best on Xbox. It's like, at least do what you promise. Like, and they promised a lot of stuff. Listen, Bethesda was all about games, exclusive games where Game Pass exists, and then it's something else, and then something else. And it's like, I'm looking at this Push Square article, which Push Square is a site dedicated to PlayStation, and it's just so weird, because Microsoft is advertising Forza Horizon 5 on this site, right? Like, Microsoft is giving PlayStation influencers Forza Horizon 5. I mean, this is like Microsoft's biggest game. And then here's the thing, there's a PS5 exclusive Doom, the Dark Ages trailer, right? Think about that for a second. An exclusive trailer for Doom, the Dark Ages, an Xbox first-party game. Like, our exclusive YouTube videos a thing now? It's so weird. So, a new trailer for Doom the Dark Ages, described as something special for PlayStation fans, appears to have irked some Xbox owners who are baffled that Microsoft's subsidiary Bethesda is giving Sony additional marketing support. The level of features named Cosmic Realm will be available on all platforms, but is being perceived as a further slight by Xbox fans, as Xbox makes more and more of its games multi-format. The video, which has only been posted to PlayStation's official YouTube channel and not yet on Xbox and Bethesda alternatives, has already almost 1 million views and features game director Hugo Martin directly addressing PlayStation 5 fans. The footage, as well captured on PlayStation 5 Pro, focuses on the aforementioned Cosmic Realm, a Lovecraftian dimension populated by the property's most insane enemies. To be fair, just to focus on the gameplay for a moment, it looks fantastic. The new enemies come with unique combat challenges and a fresh firearm named the Reaver. Chainshot looks like a ridiculously entertaining way to dispatch them. So yeah, it's very interesting that that's happening. There's so many more secrets and legends to forge here in the new world we've crafted for you, according to Martin. I think you'll find your time in Cosmic Realm to be full of intrigue and bloody, bone-crunching mayhem, and it will look amazing on your PS5, featuring cutting-edge, ludicrous graphics inspired by new id Tech 8. Interesting to see Bethesda specifically target PS5 players for this, but to be fair, PlayStation's official YouTube is one of the biggest gaming channels out there, and they suspect a large chunk of Doom the Dark Ages copy will be sold on Sony's system. So, again, it's just one of those things where it's odd to me, right? Like, you feel it, like I feel it. I feel definitely like a third-class citizen, when it comes down to this stuff, and it's just kind of crazy, that this is happening to Xbox fans, and to me, it just goes over to show exactly, why this is happening and why, fans are kind of upset about it, and listen, like, the funny thing is that the media and everybody will downplay it, and they do everything, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden exclusives are bad, right, in the industry. They're bad to have, they're bad, and I don't mean like bad good. I mean bad. Everybody's like, oh, who cares? More people get to play. It's better. But nobody has really talked about how right now, and I very simply put this on X the other day, how is this good for Xbox, right? Blue box gets blue and green box games. Red box gets red and green box games. Green box only gets green box games, right? How does that help green box at all? Or if you're somebody that picked up that box, right? Or looking forward in the future, how is that going to sell that box, right? And without that competition, you're going to be seeing a lot of stagnated IP and things like that. You're going to be able to see these companies, and they're testing the waters now, right? Like, I get it that Microsoft wasn't exactly competing with Nintendo. They certainly were with Sony, but Sony can do whatever they want or not do whatever they want. It's like Sony, in my opinion, is having a disastrous generation. I think the PS5 has been one of the worst generations for PlayStation. Like I like last year I put in 15, 18 hours or something on PlayStation, some ridiculously low amount, right? And to be clear, it's just like, to me, when you look at these things and you just kind of I just kind of question, they're kind of what they were doing. Obviously they went with sort of a games as a service approach with a lot of these games and things like that. And again, it's just one of those things that I'm just kind of shaking my head at. I just don't understand. Why would you put your best games on the competing platform that's trying to still run you off? It honestly does not make sense. It's just one of those things that really kind of just irks me to no end. And then you see stuff like this. It's like, it wouldn't surprise me at this point if Sony were able to buy exclusive marketing rights or get exclusive content on Xbox games at this point, right? Could you imagine exclusive Halo armor on PS5 version of Halo, or exclusive Marcus Phoenix chainsaw thing on the PlayStation 5 version of Gears of War or whatever? Like, I mean, why wouldn't we see something like that in the future? It's sort of weird to me that we're seeing the stuff that we're seeing right now, and it's just kind of weird. And the way that people are kind of reacting to this stuff, it's like, for me anyway, I look at this and I just think, man, Microsoft really just hate their console, right? They must hate the console. They must hate the console owners, and they talk so little about it. Whenever you hear them talk anymore, it's like they're talking up them praising cloud gaming. They're talking up PC. Oh, Phil loves the Switch 2. Phil loves PlayStation, right? But they never talk about how they love Xbox or anything like that. So that's just crazy to me that's kind of happening the way that it is. And I'm just sort of shaking my head thinking, I don't understand how Microsoft could fall this far, and how people could just, it's like anybody, let alone the amount of people that seem to be just okay with this. I just do not understand it. It's just so crazy, and I understand that things change or whatever, but I don't think things change as much as people try to get other people to think that they change. You know what I mean? People really kind of just go, oh, well, it's not 2010 anymore, it's not 2012 anymore or whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking of this myself, yeah, I get that, but Nintendo's still making exclusives. PlayStation's still making exclusives. PlayStation is like, they're so petty, they're never going to put anything on Xbox. Like, you're never going to see God of War on Xbox or whatever, whereas you would totally see Halo or Gears on a PlayStation, right? Like, Microsoft is out there putting their best games on the competition. It's just crazy to see that happen. For me, I'm just kind of just looking at this going, man, I don't understand the thought process. What are you guys doing? You make us feel like crap as Xbox owners, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Game Pass is cool and all, but yeah, you just like, congratulations on making us feel like utter trash for buying your platform, and investing and believing in that platform in the first place. So, I don't know, maybe you guys understand where I'm coming from. Maybe you just think I'm a whiner or whatever. Who knows? But that's just kind of the way I look at it and the way I think about things. I'm curious to hear how you guys think about this stuff. Let me know Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up. Have a fantastic day. Crap Gamer out.